Bloody Mary. This is one of the oldest and most famous legends. It is known in America, Europe, and even Asia. The idea is simple. If you say the name Bloody Mary 3 times in a dark room in front of a mirror, a ghost woman will appear from the reflection. She can scratch out your eyes, kill you, leave terrible marks on your face, or simply drive you crazy. The origins of the legend are associated with the real Queen of England, Mary Tudor, nicknamed Bloody for the cruel executions of Protestants. But there is also a version that this is a collective image of a witch, a woman who died in childbirth or lost her children. From a psychological point of view, the phenomenon is explained by the fact that in the twilight a person begins to see a distorted reflection of himself. But if everything is so simple, then why do thousands of people claim that they really saw someone else's face in the mirror? Black car. Many drivers around the world have told about a strange black car that appears suddenly and begins to haunt them. Sometimes it is a luxurious black limousine, sometimes a truck or an old sedan. The car moves at incredible speed, but if you turn off the road or try to get closer, it disappears into thin air. In the United States in the 70s, the legend was associated with the kidnapping of children. In Europe, similar stories are told in villages. Supposedly, those who walk alone at night are taken away in a black car. Some believe that this is just a figment of the imagination of tired drivers. But there are too many coincidences in the descriptions to reduce it to fantasy. Some witnesses are sure that they saw headlights that went out right before their eyes. Others swear a black car without a driver caught up with them even in city blocks. The man with the hook. This legend appeared in America in the middle of the last century and quickly became one of the most popular horror stories. The story usually goes like this. A young couple arrives at a deserted parking lot or a secluded place. In the car, they listen to the radio, and an alarming message sounds. A dangerous criminal has escaped from a mental hospital, who has a metal hook instead of a hand. Soon the guys hear strange sounds outside and drive away in a panic. Later, they find deep scratches on the car door. This story was told to teenagers as a warning. Don't look for adventures at night. But over time, many people appeared who claimed that they actually encountered a man who had a hook instead of a hand. Some say they saw his shadow near cars. Others found marks on the doors. The woman in white. Almost every culture knows its own variation of this story. In Latin America, she is called La Llorona, the weeping woman. According to legend, she drowned her children and is now forced to wander the banks of rivers, mourning them and dragging strangers to her. In Europe, this is more often the image of a bride who died on her wedding day. In Asia, similar spirits are associated with betrayal and violent death. This legend always carries a motif of grief and tragedy. People say that meeting a woman in white is accompanied by extreme cold, inexplicable crying, and a feeling of despair. Sometimes she is seen standing by the road, sometimes on a bridge or by a river. Folklorists believe that this image symbolizes collective fear, the loss of children, the death of a loved one, or betrayal. But this does not make the legend any less frightening. Slender Man. Unlike other stories, Slender Man appeared quite recently in 2009 as an internet meme. A tall, thin man in a black suit, without a face, with unnaturally long arms. He allegedly appears next to children, hypnotizes them and makes them disappear. Although it was invented on a forum as a joke, soon testimonies began to appear. People claimed to have encountered this creature in the woods and near schools. The internet brought the legend to life, and it began to spread like a digital virus. The most shocking case occurred in 2014 in Wisconsin, when 2 schoolgirls attacked a friend, stabbing her 19 times. They explained that they wanted to please Slender Man. The girl miraculously survived, but the story itself showed how powerful fiction can be if you believe it. Children with black eyes. This legend first surfaced in the 90s. People said that children came to their houses, asking to let them in, to call on the phone, ask for water or shelter. But when the owners looked at their faces, they saw that the children's eyes were completely black. The main detail is the feeling of horror that the victims experienced. Many said that they could not move, that fear rolled over them on its own, as if something supernatural forced them to close the door. There are many versions, from demons to aliens or government experiments. Skeptics believe that this is just an urban horror story. But those who claim to have encountered them are sure that if they had let children into the house, they would no longer be alive. Elevator to another world. One of the most modern and frightening legends comes from South Korea. It is believed that if you enter the elevator and press the buttons in a certain order, you can end up in another dimension. On one of the floors, a woman enters the cabin, but you cannot talk to her. If you break the rules, you will be taken to another dimension.